If there is a place in Bangkok that makes the world both curious and wary, it is Patpong, the most famous red light district. Stepping in here, you will immediately find yourself lost in another world. Flashing neon lights, loud music, murmuring invitations from bars, and hundreds of strange faces looking at you. Many tourists have admitted that they not only come to Patpong to have fun, but also to witness a unique cultural phenomenon, reflecting the dark and light sides of Thai society. Few people know that Patpong was not born to become a center of entertainment. Initially, this was just a piece of land owned by a wealthy Chinese family in Bangkok. But since the 1960s, when American soldiers poured into Thailand during the Vietnam War, Patpong gradually transformed into an entertainment venue. It was the first steps of foreign soldiers that opened the rebellious days of this street. Today, Patpong is no longer just a place to drink beer or watch shows. It has become an icon that makes Bangkok known as the city that never sleeps. What makes Patpong different is its strange blend. Here, you can find hot go-go bars right next to a bustling night market, where all kinds of goods are sold, from clothes, fake handbags to souvenirs. The scene creates an interesting paradox. During the day it is a market. At night it is a stage of desire. But behind the bright neon lights are countless secrets. People say that Patpong is like a mask. On the outside it is flashy, but inside it hides stories that not everyone dares to mention. The haggling, the short-lived romances, the half-truthful smiles, all of it is played out night after night, like a play repeated over and over again, with the audience being tourists from all over the world. So, what really makes Patpong legendary? And why is it on the must-see list of millions of tourists every year? Despite its reputation, the answer may surprise you. If Patpong is the cradle of Bangkok's red light district, Soi Cowboy is known as the queen of entertainment in the heart of the capital. What's special is that the entire street is only about 150 meters long. But every time night falls, it turns into a miniature universe of bright neon lights, crowded bars, and a bustling atmosphere that lasts until dawn. The name, Soi Cowboy, comes from a real person, an African American who used to work as a reporter in Bangkok. He often wore a cowboy hat when he opened a small bar in the 1970s. Unexpectedly, from that small bar, an entire street exploded, becoming the most famous entertainment spot. The cowboy image is still a symbol, associated with the reputation of Soi Cowboy to this day. What makes Soi Cowboy different is the harmonious blend of hustle and bustle and safety. Unlike other neighborhoods that are somewhat too intense, Soi Cowboy offers a more relaxed, less stressful atmosphere, so many Western tourists and families choose to visit just to experience it. Here, you can easily see old Western men sipping beer, chatting and watching people passing by, while groups of young people flock to go-go bars to enjoy vibrant performances. What makes Soi Cowboy so attractive is not only the beautiful girls in colorful costumes, but also the open atmosphere, making visitors feel like they are entering an endless festival. The red, blue, and purple neon lights intertwine, reflecting on each person's face, creating a scene that is both enchanting and mysterious. However, Soi Cowboy is also like a two-sided mirror. On one side is the flashiness and excitement that everyone can easily see. On the other side are stories that have never been told, dreams of changing lives, fleeting love affairs, and even lives that accept living in the flickering light of night lights. It is this contrast that has turned this short street into a unique symbol of Bangkok, a place that any tourist wants to set foot on at least once, even if only to say, "I passed by Soi Cowboy." If Patpong is the birthplace, Soi Cowboy is the place to show off its beauty. Then Nana Plaza is known as the Kingdom of the Red Light District, a name that any tourist who has ever set foot in Bangkok has heard at least once. People call this the world's largest red light district, and just step through the neon-lit welcome gate. You will immediately understand why. Unlike the streets that only last a few hundred meters, Nana Plaza is a giant three-story building, designed like a playful fortress. On each floor, dozens of go-go bars are crowded together, competing to play loud music, attracting tourists with colorful signs. Just look up, you will see the bustling balconies, where young girls in eye-catching costumes invite tourists with meaningful smiles. What makes Nana Plaza legendary is its overwhelming diversity. Whether you are a Westerner, an Asian or even an Arab, there is always a suitable space for you here. From luxury bars to small, popular pubs, from hot shows to creative art performances. Many visitors say that just walking around Nana Plaza is enough to make them dizzy with the unmistakable hustle and bustle. However, Nana Plaza is not just an adult amusement park. Behind that glitz is a complex world. Girls leaving their hometowns to make a living in the city. Dreams of changing their lives in exchange for youth. And tourists who are both excited and lost in the maze of lights. People often say, you can come to Bangkok and skip many destinations. But you cannot say you understand this city if you have never visited Nana Plaza. And perhaps that is why Nana Plaza is both a destination on the must-try list of many visitors and a place that makes many people shake their heads in disappointment. It's like a mirror, a modern, bustling, open Bangkok, but also full of dark places that few dare to touch. When mentioning Thailand, one cannot ignore a legend that is both famous and controversial, Ladyboy, also known as Katoi in Thai. For many tourists, this is not only a concept, but also a truly shocking experience. Many people have admitted that they used to confuse beautiful Thai women with ladyboys. Until they discovered the surprising truth. Thai women are famous for their elegant appearance, healthy brown or light white skin, and irresistible gentle Thai smiles. But when placed next to ladyboys, the difference is sometimes almost zero. With modern cosmetic techniques, sophisticated beauty care regimens and confidence in style, many ladyboys even possess such a gorgeous appearance that surpasses even real girls. This has created countless funny and sad situations for international tourists. From the bars in Nana Plaza and Soy Cowboy to the spectacular shows like Tiffany's Show in Pattaya or Calypso Cabaret in Bangkok. The ladyboy image has become an indispensable part of Thailand's entertainment brand. Many people come here not to find strange sexual feelings, but simply to admire that strange beauty, a beauty that is both real and virtual. Both familiar and strange, but behind the halo, the world of ladyboys also contains many tragedies. Not everyone voluntarily enters this path, many are forced to choose it because of circumstances. Because this is the fastest way for them to make a living. There are also famous ladyboys, honored on stage, even becoming international stars. However, there are still thousands of others quietly making a living every day in small bars, accepting curious and sometimes contemptuous looks. What makes this secret a shock to tourists is the thin line between the real and the imaginary. The girl you chat with and toast with in the dim light may not be a girl in the traditional sense. And it is this ambiguity that makes Thailand one of the only places in the world where beauty is redefined in the most daring and controversial ways. In the night world of Bangkok and Pattaya, if there is a symbol that makes tourists both excited and nervous, it is the go-go bar. Different from normal bars that only have beer, wine and music, go-go bars are like a stage, where all eyes are on girls in sexy costumes dancing non-stop under the bright lights. The concept of go-go bars originated in the US in the 1960s. But when introduced to Thailand, it was upgraded into a special form of entertainment, even becoming a global brand. On famous streets such as Soy Cowboy, Patpong or Nana Plaza, go-go bars appear densely. Each bar has its own style to attract customers. Some places focus on vibrant dances. Some create daring performances that make the audience blush. Step into a go-go bar and you will find that the space is usually not large. But the dim lighting, the prominent stage and the pounding music create an exciting atmosphere. Beautiful young girls take turns on the floor, dancing to the beat of the music, sometimes with simple but sexy movements, sometimes with performances that make the audience hold their breath. Some bars even have interactive performances with the audience, making the audience a part of the performance. Interestingly, not all visitors to go-go bars are looking for special services. Many tourists simply want to experience Thai nightlife culture, a culture that they have never seen in their home country. For them, it is a show that is both strange and attractive, reflecting the openness and daring of Thai society in its view of entertainment. However, Behind those brilliant dances is a complex world. The girls on stage are not just dancers. They are also people who make a living. Some people see this as a temporary job to earn money to make ends meet. Others see it as a long-term path, accepting the trade-offs. And there are also many sad stories behind their smiles and inviting eyes, real lives that make people think after leaving the dim lights. It is the combination of performance art, boldness and the dark side of society that has turned go-go bars into one of the indispensable specialties of Thailand. For many, it is a place of unlimited entertainment. For others, it is a mirror reflecting the most complex and sensitive things in the nightlife of the land of the Golden Temple. In the list of unique experiences in Thailand, Ping Pong Show is definitely at the top. This is not a sport, but a controversial performance that makes tourists excited, blushing, and sometimes regretful after witnessing it. At first hearing the name, many people think it is just a fun table tennis show. But when entering the dim space of a bar in Patpong or Pattaya, tourists will understand the reality. On stage, young girls will use their own bodies to perform strange performances, the most famous of which is shooting a table tennis ball out with incredible accuracy. That is why people call it Ping Pong Show. But the creativity does not stop there. In addition to table tennis, there are other performances that many people find hard to believe until they see them. Smoking, blowing out candles, opening bottles, pulling razor strings, even drawing pictures, all with their bodies. These performances make the audience constantly widen their eyes, both surprised and confused about how the girls can do it. This uniqueness and boldness has turned the Ping Pong Show into an underground, tourist specialty. Many tourists coming to Bangkok or Pattaya are curious to try it once, to show off to their friends that they have witnessed one of the most bizarre shows in the world. However, behind that curiosity are a series of not-so-flashy stories. In fact, many places that organize ping pong shows operate illegally and are not strictly managed. Ticket prices are often very high, accompanied by countless scams such as service fees or mandatory drinks. Many tourists have lost money and suffered culture shock after leaving. And more importantly, this is also a risky job for the girls who participate in the performance, when they have to trade their health and safety just to make a living. Ping Pong Show has thus become a symbol of two sides. One side is the curiosity and laughter of tourists. The other side is the hidden sadness of the people behind the neon lights. Perhaps that is also the reason why it has been both famous and controversial for decades, a secret that only those who dare to step into the world of Thai night can fully understand. Thailand has long been known as the land of smiles. Indeed, when you set foot in this country, you will easily encounter friendly smiles, from street vendors, tuk-tuk drivers, to waiters in restaurants or bars. However, few people know that behind those seemingly innocent smiles, there are many hidden meanings, not always true friendliness or joy. In Thai culture, smiles are considered a social weapon. Thai people are taught from a young age that smiling in all situations will help reduce conflicts, maintain harmony, and avoid embarrassing others. Therefore, in Thailand there are more than 10 different types of smiles. From polite smiles, smiles that hide confusion, to smiles that pretend to agree, even though they don't want to. In the night world, especially in red light districts like Patpong, Soy Cowboy or Nana Plaza, smiles are even more of a survival tool. Bar girls, ladyboys or massage therapists all understand that a sweet smile can be the key to opening a tourist's wallet. There are charming smiles, but there are also sad smiles hidden behind thick layers of makeup, where fatigue and calculations are cleverly hidden. Many first-time visitors to Thailand often mistakenly believe that the smiles they receive are genuine concern. But after a short time, they realize that sometimes it is just part of the subtle art of sales. The truth is, for many service workers, smiles are a mask, a flashy shell that helps them survive in a fiercely competitive environment. However, it cannot be denied that it is the culture of smiles that has created a special identity for Thailand. It makes visitors feel welcome, it makes the busy streets less stressful, and it makes Bangkok a city that, despite its noise and chaos, still has a charm. But to understand the secret behind those smiles, you need to soberly realize that Thai smiles are not always genuine, but sometimes just part of the larger drama of social life and nightlife. When it comes to Thailand tourism, people often think of golden temples, blue seas or attractive street food, but at the same time, there exists an underground world that not everyone knows about. Love tours, special travel packages. Only for tourists who are really willing to play and spend. Unlike public services such as bars, clubs or cabaret shows, love tours are organized discreetly and are often only spread through word of mouth. Some underground travel companies even cleverly promote on social networks or through brokers in red light districts such as Nana Plaza, Patpong or Walking Street, Pattaya. The content of these tours is not on the flyers or official websites, but is only revealed when customers have signals and are trustworthy enough. Tour packages are often designed as an all-inclusive itinerary, from hotels, transportation, meals to private experiences with girls. Sometimes ladyboys or semi-professional models. Some tours also include special shows, high-end massages, and even private parties at luxury villas. The prices of these packages range from a few hundred to a few thousand USD, depending on the level of luxury and accompanying services. For many tourists, participating in a love tour gives the feeling of being served to the teeth and completely discreet. They do not have to struggle to find a bar, do not need complicated negotiations, and also limit the risk of being scammed. However, along with that glitz comes countless risks, from health and safety issues, legal issues to psychological consequences that not everyone can foresee. What is special is that most Thai people still rarely mention these tours. It exists as an open secret. Everyone knows but no one talks about it. Therefore, love tours are both a highlight that arouses curiosity for playful customers, and a dark side that reflects the dark side of the Thai tourism industry, where every need, no matter how sensitive, seems to be designed into an experience. Perhaps that is why people say Thailand has all kinds of tours, from peaceful temple tours to hot love tours. The problem is just which path you choose to enter. If the red light district and hot shows are the soul of Bangkok at night, then Beer Tower, the towering beer towers, are the catalyst that makes the atmosphere here more exciting. Just strolling along Khao San Road, Sukhumvit or Siloam, you will easily come across a familiar image: transparent plastic towers, nearly half a meter high, filled with sparkling golden beer, with tiny bubbles, placed right in the middle of the drinking table of groups of young people or tourists. Beer Tower is not simply a beer drinking utensil, but has become a symbol of Thai party culture. Instead of ordering small bottles, customers choose to order a large tower, which can hold 3 to 5 liters of beer, to pour and drink together continuously. The feeling of watching the beer tower slowly disappear amid laughter, music and bright lights brings an indescribable excitement, causing many people to drink more than usual without even realizing it. The drinking atmosphere in Bangkok has an interesting feature. It is not as restrained as in many Western countries, but has a more street feel. You can see plastic tables and chairs placed right on the sidewalk, where tourists from all over the world gather, drinking beer and chatting intimately like old friends. That is what makes Bangkok special. A city that can turn strangers into soulmates after just a few glasses of beer. However, drunken nights also come with many consequences. Many tourists, because of being too excited by the beer tower and the nightlife, drink to the point of losing control. From endless fun, sometimes leading to fights, pickpockets, or getting lost in the maze of Bangkok streets. The Thai government has repeatedly introduced strict measures, but the beer tower culture has become so ingrained in the city's nightlife that it is almost impossible to erase. Interestingly, for many tourists, a night in Bangkok is not complete without a beer tower on the table. They come to get drunk, not just drunk on beer, but drunk on the booming EDM music, on the fleeting smiles of the bar girls, and on the feeling of freedom and liberty that few places in the world can offer. That is why Beer Tower is not just a drink, but has become a symbol of youth, of the brilliant and crazy nights in the capital of Thailand. If Bangkok is the bustling center, Pattaya is the entertainment capital, then Isan, the northeastern region of Thailand, is famous for its simple but attractive girls. to the point that many foreign men have fallen in love and decided to stay with them for life. Isan is a poorer region than central and southern Thailand. Many girls here have to leave their hometowns very early to work in big cities. From waitresses, hotel receptionists to bar staff, it is the life of making a living that has created in them resilience, diligence, and a rare spirit of hard work. This, to Western men, is an extremely attractive quality because they feel the sincerity and perseverance, in contrast to the comfortable and calculating lifestyle that they sometimes see in modern societies. Another factor that makes Isan girls stand out is their beauty that is a mixture of rusticity and charm. Their healthy brown skin, gentle smiles, and well-proportioned bodies make them the natural, original model in the eyes of many tourists. Many European men confess that they find Isan girls both friendly and naturally sexy. However, behind these Thai Western marriages, there is also a practical element. For many families in Isan, having a daughter marry a foreigner means a chance to change their lives. Many girls accept to be with men who are decades older than them, just because they believe that life will be more stable, and at the same time they can send money back home to support their parents. On the other hand, many Western men also find comfort and care from Thai wives, something they rarely receive at home. However, Isan international love stories are not always rosy. Cultural differences, age differences, and even language barriers sometimes lead to tragedy in relationships. But above all, the image of Isan girls always leaves a strong impression. They are proof of the intersection between poverty and aspiration, between sacrifice and the dream of changing one's life. It is not an exaggeration to say that, among the many secrets of Thailand, Isan girls are the bridge that makes many foreign men not only come to visit, but also choose to stay, get married, and commit their whole lives. If Nana Plaza or Soy Cowboy are the paradise of red lights, then mix clubs represent a completely different aspect of Thai nightlife, luxurious, modern, and global. This is where trendy locals and international tourists meet, immersing themselves in electronic music, laser lights, and a bustling atmosphere all night long. Mix-style clubs are often concentrated in Bangkok, Pattaya, and Phuket, with prominent names such as Mix Discotheque, Insanity Nightclub, or Onyx RCA. Unlike ordinary go-go bars or beer bars, these clubs are invested in grandly large dance floors, extremely powerful sound systems, bright festival-like lights, and famous domestic and foreign DJs performing. Coming here, visitors not only drink and dance, but also experience a part of Asian party culture at an international level. The special feature of mix clubs is their multiculturalism. In one night, you can see young, fashionable Thais dancing enthusiastically next to groups of European, American, or Korean tourists. All of them join in the vibrant EDM music, without any boundaries of language or nationality. It is this blend that creates a unique atmosphere, both strange and familiar, and certainly unforgettable. But that attraction comes with some unwritten rules. Entrance tickets are often quite high, drinks are expensive, and booking a VIP table can cost up to thousands of USD for a night. In return, customers receive professional service, a sense of security compared to the average alley bar, and a space where everyone comes to burn themselves out. For many young Thais, clubbing is not only entertainment, but also a way to express a modern and international lifestyle. Meanwhile, for tourists, the experience at a mix club is like entering a different version of Thailand. No more temples, no more massages, but a vibrant world where the night never ends. It can be said that mix clubs are the perfect intersection between the local and the global, turning Bangkok and Pattaya into party capitals that are no less than Ibiza or Las Vegas. And for many people, a trip to Thailand would not be complete without having burned out at these places. In the list of secrets that make Thailand famous worldwide, one-night stands always have a special place. With the country known as the Playboy Paradise of Asia, it has become common for foreigners to seek short-lived sexual experiences in Bangkok, Pattaya, or Phuket. However, behind that glitz are a series of stories that few people dare to tell. In fact, one-night stands in Thailand do not only take place in red light districts. Many times it starts from a chance encounter in a bar, club, or even just a passing conversation on the beach. The liberality of nightlife culture, combined with beer, alcohol and music, makes it easy for people to cross the line that they probably wouldn't dare to cross during the day. But behind the short-lived fun are countless potential risks. The first danger is health. Sexually transmitted diseases are still a big concern. Despite propaganda campaigns, many tourists are subjected, believing that just once is fine, and then have to pay a heavy price. The second risk comes from exploitation and fraud. There are cases where tourists are trapped by bar girls, ladyboys or professional groups, from having their pockets picked, losing their phones, to being forced to pay huge sums of money just for a short night. For many Western tourists, entering a one-night stand in Thailand is sometimes no different from playing a game of chance. It should also be added that not all relationships are just fleeting. There are unexpected stories where one-night stands turn into long-term love, even leading to marriage. However, those cases are much rarer than cases of paying the price for having fun. The important thing that few people admit, for some tourists, looking for a one-night stand in Thailand is not simply a physical need, but also a way for them to find release, to temporarily forget the pressures and loneliness of their homeland. And Thailand, with its generosity, has become the ideal destination to satisfy that desire. It can be said that a one-night stand in Thailand is both a sweet fantasy and a dangerous trap. It makes people easily fall into intoxication. And then the next morning, when the sun shines, everything remains like a fleeting dream, sometimes with unpredictable consequences. When it comes to Thailand, traditional massage is always on the list of must-do experiences for tourists. From luxury spas in Bangkok to small shops on the beach in Pattaya or Phuket, you can easily find Thai massage services with unique pulling, pressing, bending, and twisting techniques. This is a traditional therapy, considered an intangible cultural heritage recognized by UNESCO, bringing great relaxation and body therapy. However, behind that traditional beauty exists a controversial concept: happy massage. With the same sign, Thai massage, not all establishments are purely therapeutic. There are places that operate in a half-open, half-closed form, where massage services are just a cover for much more sensitive experiences. And for tourists, the boundary between these two types is sometimes so fragile that it is difficult to distinguish. A truly traditional massage parlor usually has a quiet space, staff wearing simple uniforms, a faint scent of essential oils, and a clear price list. Meanwhile, a happy massage evokes a different feeling: dim lights, sexy uniforms, and clever invitations. Just a nod, a hidden signal. Your experience can take a completely different direction. Many foreign tourists, especially those coming to Thailand for the first time, have fallen into confusion. They enter a massage parlor with the desire to relax their bodies, but then are surprised when the staff suggests a happy ending. Some people consider it a special spice for the trip, but many others find it awkward, even haunting. It is worth mentioning that this type of service exists both openly and secretly, like a well-known secret. The Thai government has repeatedly taken steps to control it, but in reality, the needs of tourists have inadvertently fed an entire underground industry. And so, alongside traditional massage admired by the whole world, happy massage continues to exist as an indelible dark side. Perhaps that is why the question, "Where is the boundary?" always makes tourists wonder. In fact, that boundary depends on your own choice. You can walk out of the shop with a healthy body and a relaxed mind thanks to traditional art. Or you can leave with a sensitive experience, both satisfying and potentially risky. In any case, Thailand is still a two-sided country. One side is ancient culture. The other side is modern temptations. And between those two worlds, sometimes there is just a massage door. If you want to find a unique experience, both artistic and sexy, visitors definitely cannot miss the Ladyboy Show, performances by the transgender community in Thailand. This is not only an entertainment show, but also a special cultural symbol, making the whole world curious and admiring. Famous shows such as Calypso Cabaret in Bangkok, Simon Cabaret in Phuket or Tiffany's show in Pattaya are always packed with audiences. Just entering the auditorium, you will immediately be overwhelmed. Splendid lights, vibrant music, gold-plated costumes, sparkling sequins, and on stage, the ladyboy queens appear with such a haughty demeanor. Seductive figures that many visitors have to exclaim, "They're even more beautiful than real women." Ladyboy shows do not stop at showing off beauty. This is a delicate combination of singing, dancing, stage drama and humorous elements. From vibrant international music, traditional Thai dances, to social satire, all are cleverly integrated, creating an unforgettable visual feast. What especially captivates the audience is the confidence and bravery of the ladyboy artists. In a society where the transgender community often suffers from many prejudices, their standing proudly on stage, shining before thousands of eyes, is a strong message about the right to live true to oneself. Many tourists admit that behind the glitz of the show, they feel both the courage and the desire to affirm the self-worth of those people. However, there are also controversies. Some people think that ladyboy shows are sometimes too commercialized, turning the transgender community into a tool of entertainment for tourists. But no matter how you look at it, it is undeniable that these shows have contributed to bringing Thailand's image to the world. While opening up career opportunities for thousands of transgender people who have traditionally faced many difficulties in the labor market. It can be said that the Ladyboy show is both an entertainment phenomenon and a testament to Thailand's diversity and openness. It makes visitors go from surprise, curiosity, to admiration, and finally understanding. Behind the stage lights is not only beauty, but also a journey of fighting for recognition. If Bangkok is the colorful party center, Pattaya is considered the most notorious party paradise in Thailand, where tourists, especially Westerners, flock to enjoy unlimited entertainment. From a peaceful fishing village, Pattaya has transformed itself into the capital of nightlife entertainment, with a frenetic pace of life lasting until dawn. The highlight of Pattaya is Walking Street, the most bustling night street in Asia. When night falls, this nearly 1 kilometer-long street lights up with hundreds of neon signs. Bars, discos, go-go clubs and daring shows. This is also where Westerners are most present, from groups of young Europeans drinking beer towers, middle-aged German or British gentlemen getting drunk in go-go bars, to Russians, Americans, and Australians looking for a one-night stand experience. For many Westerners, Pattaya is like an entertainment universe, where all limits are removed. You can start the evening with a seafood meal, then head straight to a beer bar, then end it with the EDM music of a luxury club, or a glamorous ladyboy show. And of course, fleeting encounters with bargirls or ladyboys are always an indispensable spice. However, behind the bright neon lights is a not-so-glittering reality. Pattaya often has conflicts, thefts, and scams targeting foreign tourists. Many Western tourists, after a night of heavy drinking, wake up to find that they have lost their wallets, phones, or have to pay sky-high bills. The Thai government has tried to control it, but Pattaya's excessive popularity makes it almost impossible to stop the playing here. The irony is that Pattaya is both labeled as a vice and a magnet for international tourists. Many Western tourists admit that they come to Thailand many times just because of Pattaya, where they find absolute freedom. Free from the strict laws of their home country. Some people come once to experience it, but there are also many who stay, living a half-real, half-dream life in this city. It can be said that Pattaya is the symbol of the seductive dark side of Thailand. Noisy, dissolute, full of temptation but also hidden danger. And for Westerners, it is the place that turns all fantasies about having fun into reality, a paradise that is both sweet and bitter. If Bangkok has Soy Cowboy and Nana Plaza, Pattaya has a trump card that the whole world knows, Walking Street. This is not only the most famous night street in Thailand, but also known as one of the most bustling entertainment venues in Asia, where light, sound and desire blend into an endless party. When it gets dark, Walking Street seems to put on a new coat. Neon signs shine brightly across the sky. EDM, rock, hip-hop music echoes from hundreds of bars and clubs. Along this nearly 1 kilometer long street, you can find all kinds of entertainment, from bustling beer bars, hot go-go clubs, high-class seafood restaurants, to karaoke rooms and brilliant cabaret shows. This is where tourists from all over the world gather. Europe, America, Russia, Japan, Korea, all join in the crazy pace of Pattaya. Walking Street is not only a place to drink beer or watch shows, but also a night market of underground entertainment. Young bar girls, charming ladyboys, and even underground travel agents always appear to invite customers. Many tourists admit that just a few minutes walking along this street, you will receive a series of invitations, from watching ping pong shows, special massages, to discreet love tours. But Walking Street is not only full of temptations, it is also an international stage, where music, cuisine and culture intersect. You can see a Filipino rock band playing live, a European DJ stirring up the dance floor, or a Thai chef preparing fresh seafood right before your eyes. It is this east-west blend that creates an irresistible attraction, making Walking Street a symbol of Pattaya. Of course, along with that excitement comes countless risks, pickpockets, scams, exorbitant bills, and even fights over alcohol. The Thai government has controlled it many times, but it seems that Walking Street still lives at its own pace, the more chaotic, the more attractive. Interestingly, for many tourists, a trip to Pattaya without setting foot on Walking Street is considered incomplete. Because here, people not only come to have fun, but also to experience the feeling of the world that never sleeps, where all boundaries are erased. It can be said that Walking Street is the pounding heart of Pattaya, the place that turns this coastal city from a small fishing village into a global entertainment capital. And it seems that when you step onto that street, time stops, leaving only music, lights and endless fun. When talking about Thailand, people often think of golden temples, welcoming smiles, and turquoise beaches. But hidden behind that beauty is a giant economic machine operating in the dark, the sex industry. Although the government has repeatedly denied it, everyone understands that red light districts such as Soy Cowboy, Nana Plaza or Walking Street are underground gold mines, bringing huge profits to the economy. According to estimates by many international experts, the value of this industry can reach billions of USD each year. It does not stop at the money that customers pay directly for services, but also entails countless other revenues: rental fees, bar fees, hotels, taxis, food, drinks, even tips. A tourist coming to Bangkok or Pattaya can spend double or triple just to serve nightlife, and all that money circulates in the local economic system. Dig deeper and you will see a complex network, from bar owners, managers, waiters, bar girls, ladyboys, to brokers and protectors. Each link has its own share of profits, and all together form a complete supply chain. The government sometimes turns a blind eye, because indirect taxes and underground money contribute significantly to the tourism industry, which accounts for more than 15% of Thailand's GDP. It is undeniable that the red light district has turned Thailand into a different tourist destination, attracting tens of millions of tourists every year. Many people come just out of curiosity, but then spend a lot, contributing to maintaining this underground economic machine. That is why, despite being condemned by society, streets like Walking Street or Nana Plaza still exist and develop, even becoming more and more magnificent. However, behind the huge flow of money is an undeniable dark side: exploitation, human trafficking, and the precariousness of hundreds of thousands of women, men, and even minors caught up in the vortex. This is the bitter downside that this underground industry always tries to hide. It can be said that the true power of the red light district lies not only in the bright neon lights or the thumping music, but in the huge profits that flow silently in the dark. It both nurtures the tourism industry and raises big questions about ethics, law, and the future of Thai society. In the colorful but contradictory landscape of Thai nightlife, there is a special item that no one wants to admit: fake love. These are not romantic dates, but relationships based on the direct exchange of feelings and money, where sweet smiles, loving whispers, even long-term promises, can all be converted into specific numbers. It is not difficult to come across beautiful young girls holding hands with older foreign tourists along the streets of Pattaya or Bangkok. To outsiders, they look like a normal couple, but in fact, most of these love affairs come from a tacit agreement. The girl provides companionship, care, and sometimes sex, in return for the man providing financial support, gifts, and even a visa to travel abroad. A popular concept in Thailand is Mia Noi, meaning little wife. Many tourists or long-term foreigners are willing to financially support one or more girls in exchange for temporary loyalty. This story often starts with consent, but leads to a bitter reality. Many love affairs break up as soon as the money runs out. It is worth mentioning that, for many girls in Isan, the poorest region in Thailand, fake love has almost become a way out of poverty. They accept to be attached to a strange man, not because of feelings, but because of the responsibility to send money back home to support their parents and siblings. In their eyes, it is not love, but a survival agreement. On the tourist side, many also know that the love they are buying is fake. But amid the neon lights and short-lived fun, they are willing to delude themselves into thinking it is real. Some even bring the girl back home, only to discover that the relationship quickly collapses when the cash flow is lost. Love for sale is probably the most accurate description. It is a vicious cycle. The person who needs money goes to the person who has money, and both play the role of lovers. But when the wallet closes, the love also fades away, leaving an unfillable void. It can be said that fake love in Thailand is both a personal tragedy and an inevitable product of the nightlife industry. It reflects a painful truth. Sometimes, love is no longer a connection from the heart, but just a dry calculation on the scale of money. Bright neon lights, vibrant music and sweet invitations can make tourists lose their way in a paradise of pleasure. But behind the glitz, Thailand's red light district is also a playground for sophisticated scams, causing many tourists to leave in a state of losing money, suffering. One of the most common tricks is the hidden menu at bars or sex shows. Tourists are often invited to watch at a surprisingly cheap price, only a few hundred baht. But when it's over, the bill increases tenfold, along with drinks or services that the customer never ordered. A glass of beer that costs a few dozen suddenly turns into a few thousand baht. And if they refuse to pay, there will be big bouncers who appear to persuade them. Not stopping there, there is also the baiting. Young, attractive girls or ladyboys take the initiative to talk and pull customers into the bar. They act friendly, pour beer, invite people to laugh and joke, but when it comes time to pay, all the drinks they order are written on the customer's bill. A cocktail they sip can be charged 5 times the normal price. Another more sophisticated trick is to keep passports or personal belongings. Some places ask customers to leave their documents as guarantee, but in fact this is a way to force them to pay sky-high bills. There are even cases where, when customers protest, their belongings will evaporate until they give in. Many tourists are also scammed emotionally. Bar girls pretend to be in love, appear sincere, then cleverly borrow money. Borrow to pay hospital bills for their mothers, or send money back home to raise their young children. When the money is transferred, the girl disappears. These broken heart stories are not uncommon in the expat community in Thailand. Some bad guys also take advantage of tourists' curiosity with ping pong show or secret performances, leading them into dark rooms, then locking the door until they pay a ransom. These are scams that are both dangerous and leave lasting scars. It is worth mentioning that these tricks operate openly and almost everyone knows about them. But many customers are still drawn in because of their eagerness to experience taboos. For scammers, they only need one naive customer to pocket an amount of money many times more than a normal day's work. Therefore, Thailand's red light district is both a paradise for entertainment and a matrix. Those who are alert will have an interesting experience, while those who are even a little careless can become prey in a split second. And perhaps, this very adventure makes the red light district even more mysterious, attractive, but also full of risks. When night falls, Bangkok and Pattaya light up under the bright neon lights. The red light districts become the most vibrant stages in Asia, where music, laughter and alcohol blend together. But hidden behind that glitz is a dark side that few dare to mention. Where unhappy stories are buried under the glittering shell of the night entertainment industry. First of all, that is the fate of thousands of young girls, especially from the poor Isan region. They enter this world not because of their passion for the stage lights, but because of the pressure of making a living. Many become the main pillars of their families, sending most of their income back home to support their parents and children. For them, each smile in the bar is not genuine, but a mask paid for with silent tears behind the scenes. The dark side also lies in stories of violence, drugs and exploitation. Some girls are bound by debt contracts, are tightly controlled, and cannot even leave their jobs freely. Drugs are used to maintain endurance, and many quickly fall into a spiral of addiction, a path with almost no way out. The players have also become victims many times. In addition to spectacular scams, many people also get caught up in fake love, giving their hearts and then losing both money and trust. Some violent cases, even murders, have been published in the international press, showing that the red light district is not only a place to have fun, but also potentially deadly. Sadly, the authorities often turn a blind eye. Although they do not publicly acknowledge the sex industry, they understand that the huge flow of money from the night market is nurturing the tourism industry and contributing to GDP. Therefore, everything still operates quietly, like a secret that everyone knows but no one tells. The glittering neon lights may blind visitors, but they cannot hide the tragedies behind them. Smiles, short-lived fun, fake words of love, all are just part of the stage curtain. While behind the scenes are stories that few dare to tell. It can be said that the red light district is a two-sided symbol of Thailand, both seductive and cruel, both bringing huge economic benefits and spreading silent pain. And perhaps, it is this contradiction that makes it the most fascinating secret of the Land of Smiles. After the journey to discover 20 secrets about Thailand, you may have realized that the Land of Smiles is not only about sparkling golden temples or paradise beaches, but also a place that contains thrilling stories, both attractive and full of contradictions. From the red light districts with colorful neon lights, where every night is an endless party, to the top ladyboy performances, making the whole world admire. From the bustling beer tower culture, the enchanting Thai massage, to the fake love affairs, the spectacular scams, all have painted a colorful picture, brilliant but also full of darkness. Thailand is a country of unbelievable paradoxes, a place that on one hand shows extreme freedom, on the other hand hides many painful stories behind the flashy lights. It is this contradiction that makes tourists both curious and fascinated, and always wants to come back to explore more. But more importantly, after stepping out of those bustling streets, each person will have their own feelings. Some people consider it an entertainment paradise that is unmatched. Others see a dark corner that exposes the naked truth of society. And there are also people who carry in their hearts regret, mixed with anxiety about the fates caught up in a cycle with no way out. One thing is for sure, Thailand will never leave you indifferent. Because here, every smile, every look, every fun contains a secret, and only when you truly experience it, will you understand why the Land of Smiles is so charming and haunting. So what about you? After hearing all 20 of these secrets, are you ready to pack your backpack and set foot in Bangkok, Pattaya or Phuket to see for yourself? To find the answer yourself? Remember, what we have just discovered is just the surface, and Thailand, with all its mystery and allure, is waiting for you to experience it for yourself.